Water from a rock. God is our provider. Exodus 17:5 and 6. The Lord answered Moses, "Walk on ahead of the people. Take with you some of the elders of Israel, and take in your hand the staff with which you struck the Nile, and go. I will stand there before you by the rock at Horeb. Strike the rock, and water will come out of it for the people to drink." So Moses did this in the sight of the elders of Israel. How many of you have ever played the game rock, paper, scissors? People all over the world play that game. Not just children either. Even adults play the game. Did you know that there is an international tournament each year and players from all over the world come together to compete in rock, paper, scissors? Yes, rock, paper, scissors is a very popular game. The great thing about rock, paper, scissors is that any one of them can be a winner. I have a real rock, paper, and scissors this morning. If you are going to write a letter, a rock and scissors wouldn't be much help, but a piece of paper would, wouldn't it? If you wanted to cut a piece of paper, a rock or paper wouldn't help, but a pair of scissors would. If you were really thirsty and need a drink of water, a piece of paper or a pair of scissors wouldn't be much help, but a rock might be exactly what you need. What? Some of you are looking at me like you think I'm crazy. Don't you think a rock would help if you needed a drink of water? Well, in our Bible story today, that is exactly what happened. Our Bible story today is called Water from a Rock. Moses was a leader of the people of Israel. He was leading them from Egypt to the land that God would give them. They were wandering through the desert, and the people were thirsty. They began to grumble and complain to Moses. "We are dying," they said. "Our children are dying. Our cattle are dying. Why did you bring us out of Egypt to die here in the desert?" Moses went to his tent and fell on his knees before God. "What should I do?" Moses prayed. "There is no water in the desert. The people are thirsty and they are ready to kill me." God answered Moses and said to him, "Take your shepherd's staff and walk ahead of the people. I will meet you by the rock at Mount Sinai. When you come to the rock, strike it with your staff, and water will flow from the rock. The people will have plenty of water to drink." Moses did exactly what God told him to do, and guess what happened? He got water from a rock. So what should you and I do when we face an impossible situation? We should ask God for His help and then trust in Him. Sometimes we may not understand the way God is leading, but we just have to trust Him. After all, who would have thought you could get water from a rock? Dear Father, when we face impossible situations, help us remember that we serve a God who can get water from a rock. Amen.